Altcoin Trader had zero exposure to FTX, Alameda, or any of the 130 odd companies that have recently declared bankruptcy. Guys, I'm making this video because that's what I would expect. I would expect a company like Altcoin Trader to come out and make a public statement, especially in a time of crisis in the crypto industry. I would expect to be kept up to date with what is happening. So we're going to be talking about a couple of things in this morning's video, but before we get into that, I just want to once again emphatically say that no customer funds are affected by what is currently happening in the space. Altcoin Trader saw this coming months ago, and we took action to make sure that our clients' funds were safe. And guys, I'm going to talk about that in a bit. We're also going to talk about what this means in the crypto market in the short term. And then we're just going to briefly touch on what this means for cryptocurrency, for the industry, reputational wise going forward. Good morning, everybody. Now let's just look at what has happened and unpack this, because this isn't something that just instantly happened. The warning signs have been there for months. If you look at EasySave, which is a product that Altcoin Trader is really very proud of, you will have noticed that a little over 4 months ago, we stopped paying yield on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. The reason we did that is because we assessed the risk in the marketplace and decided that we were no longer going to be trusting third parties with our clients' funds. So for that reason, there's no yield, and we recovered all customer funds from third parties and have kept them safe. So you might be asking, okay, then why are you paying yield on Tron, ADA, Matic, and BNB? The answer is simple. These are coins that we are able to stake and self-custody. So we are able to earn a return on those coins while having control of them with zero or almost zero risk. You know, the chain would actually have to go down for us to lose those coins. So with that in mind, there are coins that are natively able to generate interest and yield, and we take advantage of those coins to pay our clients. But there are coins that don't natively generate interest, and those coins we are simply custodying in cold storage and keeping them safe for our clients. So I hope that gives some explanation and lets you feel assured that Altcoin Trader has all its clients' funds. Withdrawals are open, business as usual. We are not affected by this fiasco. Now guys, we're also going to talk about, should you keep your funds on an exchange? And I'm going to say it again for the umpteenth time. There is no reason to keep your funds on an exchange. In fact, there are a couple of reasons. So let's go over the pros and the cons. Okay, first of all, an exchange, especially a centralized exchange, whether they're the biggest exchange in the world, as we've seen with FTX, or they're a small exchange, there's no reason to use that exchange as a crypto wallet. That is simply laziness. The reasons that you have funds on an exchange are, if you are actively trading and you're using those funds in a trade, obviously then you'll have to have them on exchange. If you are earning yield from funds that are being held on an exchange, that is a good reason to keep funds on an exchange. And the third one is possibly if you do not have the technical know-how how to safely remove your funds from an exchange and keep them in your own safe custody. That might be a reason, but that reason I would suggest you actually spend some time. There's a lot of material on the web that you can find out how to store your crypto yourself. It's very easy to self-custody crypto, but it is very unforgiving. If you make an error, if you lose your password, if you lose your 12 words, you lose your private keys, those funds are gone forever. So 3 reasons you might want to keep crypto on exchange are all reasons that benefit you. In other words, you're earning yield, you're trading, or you're not quite sure how to keep those funds safe yourself. But other than that, a centralized exchange should never be considered your wallet. The saying goes, not your keys, not your cheese, or not your keys, not your crypto. So keep that in mind. Altcoin Trader has always encouraged this from the time that we opened our doors. Now guys, let's just talk about what's happened in the market. First of all, for those of you that don't know what has actually happened with FTX, why they've gone bankrupt, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds just to bring you up to speed. I'm sure that everyone knows this because it's been very public in the crypto space. CZ from Binance originally called out FTX last week, Tuesday, saying that he is going to be selling all these FTT tokens because of recent events that have come to light. We didn't quite know at that stage what those recent events were, but we have subsequently discovered that FTX was using customer funds for trading in one of their sister companies called Alameda. Now, what happened with that is, of course, FTX's balance sheet was hugely propped up with FTT token, which is their own token, which has very little utility and is basically paper. That token last week was trading about 25 or 27 US dollars per coin. After this news broke, within a week's time, we've seen that it has dropped dramatically right down to $1.48. Now, this means, of course, that it is more pain for FTX because those funds were counted in their reserves and were there to back up their clients' funds. Very dangerous game when they take clients' funds, good coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and they exchange them for lesser coins, shit coins, like, for example, FTT token. Because if that token drops, you can never get your customers' funds back. So, in a nutshell, that is what happened to FTX. And of course, since then, an absolute fiasco has broken out. Sam Bankman-Fried saying funds are safe when in fact funds weren't safe. Then now recently declaring a hack and the loss of billions of US dollars, which to say the least is extremely suspicious. Okay, now what we can see is whenever the market is spooked like this and funds have to be jostled and moved back into certain denominations, traders are desperate to move those funds and will actually accept any price. And this causes a huge downturn in the market. Now it gets a little bit more complex because there are outstanding loans and companies are forced to sell cryptocurrencies to pay those outstanding loans to stay liquid. And when there is this huge selling pressure, it pushes the market down dramatically. So right now, we are sitting at a very, very emotional time in the crypto market. We can expect to see violent, turbulent times. The price could tank dramatically within a couple of hours, and it could also recover dramatically, the latter more likely. So please make sure that you're safe. Make sure that when you're trading, you don't lock into a certain thought pattern, think that the price is going to go up or it's going to go down, because it is volatile right now and no one can call it exactly. This is a black swan event and anything is likely and possible. Now guys, lastly, in closing, I just want to talk about what this does to the crypto industry as a whole, because I personally am a little bit disappointed that we can have such big players making such fundamental errors with the custody of their clients' funds. And this certainly gives the regulators an opportunity to point fingers and say this industry needs oversight. And to a certain extent, they are right. Clients' funds need to be protected. And that, I think, is a single thing that regulators could actually come in and do and make it safe for retail customers. But decentralized alternative financial system that we are trying to build that has no middleman, that has no restrictions, is certainly something that I am very passionate about and think that we are going to stumble many times along this path. So guys, I hope that this video gives you some reassurance, gives you some type of insight into what is happening with the altcoin trader. I want to reiterate for the, I don't know how many time, we had zero exposure to FTX, to Alameda. Our clients' funds are safe. Guys, if you are unsure, don't use centralized exchanges as a wallet. Withdraw your funds and keep them safe. That's it from me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to respond, and I will see you very soon.